Hello. Welcome back to the Great Ace Attorney Chronicles. We've got testimony to sort through after a lot of the pretrial stuff, so let's get into it.
Hold it!
Are you suggesting this because he fell from a considerable height? Exactly. Which highlights something else about the whole this whole rump business. Well, what's that? The fact that the instantaneous kinesis itself was a success. After the explosion, the cage of the fellow inside suddenly appeared out of nowhere in midair. So, although the experiment ended in disaster, the so-called instantaneous kinesis did actually occur. Remind us, Professor, what was the cause of the fatal disaster? I made a minor oh yeah, well, we know. A miscalculation, as it were. So the angle of projection is critical, is it? And you calculated it yourself? Personally? Absolutely! The calculation is far too complicated for anyone but me to carry out. Only. You got it wrong, didn't you? Yes, that's right. That's the point. The calculation is so complicated, even I can make a mistake. Do people fall over that brazen confidence? I should try it. Yeah, you'd be surprised how far being confident can get you in certain situations. You know, fake it until you make it. Or in this case, fake it until you fail, and then continue to fake it, I guess. I took into account the subject's height and weight, the wind direction, the ambient temperature. I considered every possible variable. So I just don't understand how this could have happened. Well, obviously then, you had to include the weight of the clothes Mr. Aspan was wearing at the time, I suppose. Crackling comets! The answer should have been 3! So much for safety first. The 3 must be for safety third. Jeez, I guess he didn't take every variable into account. Maybe he really is harebrained.
Hold it!
Another fatal injury, you say? That doesn't make any sense. I didn't think I'd have to spell this out, but here we go. Just because there were 2 fatal wounds doesn't mean I'm saying the victim had 2 lives to lose, does it? Too right. You right, though. You right. Obviously, at first, we thought the bloke died due to his spine snapping in half as well. But you're saying that's not the case? You'll get your answer once I finish me fish and chips, if you don't fucking keep butting in every few seconds. But we all know that's a bottomless bag. Yeah, he's never done with them, he's just constantly eating them, apparently. The victim plummeted 30 feet into a glass tower. It would be reasonable to assume that as a cause of death. I mean, it probably didn't help. I'll tell you what. Right, that's what we all thought. But it was a red herring, wasn't it? Also, you shouldn't be squishing your chips like that. That can't be good for the taste of the chips.
Hold it!
Maybe he was stabbed not by something sharp, but a bit of the machine as it was exploding, and he was being instantaneous kinesis away, a bit of it lodged into his chest as he was being teleported, and that's the fatal lesion or whatever. That's my guess, but also I don't know. The defense knew nothing of this crucial information. The prosecution received this report from the investigation team, from the forensic investigation team only this morning. That was the first we knew of it as well. I can only apologize for the impossibility of informing the defense. Oh, I bet you're real fucking sorry. This is like a fucking updated autopsy report all over again. Sarcastic and insincere. Thanks. So yeah, we know so you can see through your bullshit, Mr. Von Zooks. You fucking, racist guy. So, what was the nature of this sharp object? I'm curious. Among the accused's tools that were in use at the demonstration, one is of particular interest. This. Oh yeah, duh, I forgot about that. The A-shaped chisel-looking thing. But I don't know, maybe it's not related. Maybe that's someone else's blood. Maybe Mr. Harebrain stabbed himself because he forgot what he was doing. He seems pretty dopey. Ah, well, yes, that would appear to be some kind of scuba. There he is! My trusty little companion, Andrew! You named your screwdriver Andrew? Is that why he's in the shape of an A? Or why the handle's in the shape of an A because his name is Andrew? Jeez. Andrew. Of course for this shit. Why can't I just have a nice, normal fucking murder with a normal client who isn't gonna fucking eat his hat or have screwdrivers called Andrew and stupid shit like that? I always gotta deal with the worst kind of fucking bullshit, let me tell you. What? Gee, okay, don't. That's a weird little gesture. Don't do it. I don't think I like that gesture very much, if I'm being honest with you. Ah, do you know each other already? He's one of my dear friends, like all my tools. Oh, you're that kind of guy. You like to name your things and your electronics and whatnot, like a nerd. I named them all, you know. We're all one big happy family. Ugh. Andrew is my flathead screwdriver, of course. His brother Michael is a crosshead. Also, I wonder if they're named after other well-known scientists of the time. I wouldn't know just by first names, to be honest. Except I know there's Michael Faraday. Maybe that's a reference to something. Andrew. I can't think of any well, no, I can't really think of any famous Andrew scientists off the top of my head. I'm sure they exist, but, you know, for this time period and whatnot, you know. Well, it would appear that your beloved Andrew has a red stain on his cheek. Ah, that isn't... It's blood. Hope it is not Assman's blood. Beyond all reasonable doubt. No, it can't be. Nah, it's impossible. Ah, and that's not all. The long, sharp shape of this Andrew fellow is completely consistent with the victim's wound. What? Order! The court will enter this friend of the defendant as evidence. The screwdriver has been entered into the court record. So one of Professor Harebrain's tools is a murder weapon. Isn't it a flathead screwdriver, though? I mean, those aren't exactly sharp weapons now, are they? So the victim was killed before he went anywhere, and this fella's the only one who could have done it. What if there's someone up there, up on the deck with him? Or maybe Mr. Assman felt guilt for his horrible crimes and stabbed himself.
Hold it!
Out of shame. What grounds do you have for saying that? Ha! Do you really need to ask? There were only 2 people on that public experimentation stage, in front of the whole crowd. The victim, Mr. Udi Assman, and the accused, Professor Hairbrain. And we know for certain that before the experiment, the victim was alive. Oh god, old, weird-looking science guy. That's right. I saw him with my own eyes. I did. Furthermore, following the explosion and kinesis, nobody went anywhere near the body. In other words, only someone else on stage with the victim.
Scott!
You got something on your mind, Mr. Hairbrain? Mr. fucking Doc Brown motherfucker? Okay, well, we're at the end of the testimony anyway, so I might as well pursue this dude. See what's on his mind.
Excuse me!
Professor Hairbrain, do you have some information that may be relevant here? Hopefully, because otherwise you kind of just fucking jump scared me. So, Professor? Okay. Ah, sorry. Sorry. I was just calculating the ultimate coefficient of electrolysis to separate molecules in the human body. What does that have to do with our fucking current situation, man? And the witness stand is the best place for that, really. It seemed as though you might have something to say, though? About Inspector Bergson's last remark. Jeez. These people really love to fucking scream for like three seconds straight. Or laugh. Yes, that's right. Of course. He just said that nobody else could have done it, didn't he? Yeah, that's right. Who else could have stabbed the victim, eh? Oi? About? Maybe it was you, Gregson. Maybe you did it. I don't know! Do I look like a fucking detective to you? But there's no way that I possibly could have stabbed Mr. Assman, as you say. Eh? Explain, please, Professor. Of course, of course, I mean, these cold-hearted policemen may not be aware, I suppose. But humans are warm-blooded mammals, with blood running continuously through their veins. I had heard. Then surely you see, if I'd plunged something the size of Andrew into the man's chest, the whole stage would have been a bloodbath. No, a blood swimming pool. Wait, what? Let me just take another look at that. I mean, it's reasonably large, I guess, but would it really have caused that much? I guess maybe just saying that there would have been blood splatter on the stage. Maybe that's the point. Not like how much blood there might have been. But thousands of Londoners were watching me at the time, and yet not one of them claims to have seen a swimming pool of blood. Pog Hairbrain. Am I right? Well, no, I suppose not. You see? Not one. Yeah, true. I didn't see anything like that. Well done, Professor. That was a great counter-argument, and I didn't have to do a damn thing. You just said it for me. Oh, if only they were normally this easy. Order! Order! say to that, Van Zeeks? What do you gotta say to that, pal? That was a perfectly reasonable argument. Like, that was a smart, logical thing for a guy to say. So, I don't see how you could just counter it like it was nothing. But whatever. Pray forgive the discourtesy if I savor a drop from my hallowed chalice to accompany my old friends adducing. Ah. Here's to you, Albert. Oh, you're too kind, Barrick. But I'm really not a patch on you. Oh, there it goes. No, you're not. Damn. You're so mean, Van Zeeks. You're like the Grinch, but at prosecuting. You're just a grumpy dude. No? You neglected to mention one crucial possibility. I have? A particular situation in which very little bleeding would have resulted from a stab wound. Of course. Inspector, enlighten the court, please. Yes, sir. Where are they going with this? Very well. You'll amend your formal testimony now. Inspector Works and blah, blah, blah. The weapon the victim was stabbed with must have been left in his body whilst he was beamed through the air. Well, was it? When you guys found his body, was there a screwdriver sticking out of it?
Hold it!
Why would you think that, Inspector? With any wound, it's only when you pull the weapon out that profuse bleeding occurs. Whilst it's still lodged in the body, it acts as a stopper of sorts, for want of a better word. Yeah, I know that much. I mean, the fucking first case of this game kind of brought that to mind. I see. You don't need a medical degree to be aware of this fact. It's common knowledge for any investigator. Ugh. What's Suzaru-san when you need her? I know, right? If you ask me, this bloke masked what he was doing from view with his body before stabbing Aspen in the chest. Then he beamed the victim off the stage with his fancy device, the screwdriver still while he planted it. I would never do such a thing. Not my precious tools. I would never use them for such dirty work. You only use tools for their intended purpose. That's common knowledge for any scientist. The fact remains, the lack of blood at the scene can easily be explained, as the prosecution has demonstrated. I mean, I guess, but again, you're the guys who found his body, right? Did you see a screwdriver sticking out of it? If you didn't, then he didn't fucking transmit him with the screwdriver and shit. Come on, pal. You can't just make claims without proof. That's my job. So that's all the testimony I have to work with, is it? I had no idea the victim had been stabbed. That changes everything. Yeah, it would have been nice if someone told me that before, but I guess not. Did Van Zeeks keep that to himself until now on purpose, to gain the advantage? Oh well, suppose all I can do is press these witnesses for as much new information as possible. Bitches, alright. Okay, so what actually... well, no obvious contradictions come to mind, but let's see. Wait, let me look at that photo. Oh wait, yes, there is an obvious contradiction. That's like what I was saying. There ain't no fucking screwdriver in his chest. So he does have a nice pair of glasses, I'll give him that. And a nice moustache. But regardless, well, okay, before I do that, there's something I wanted to check real quick.
Hold it!
Apparently, Wait, no, gotta. Shut up, bad legs. Shut the fuck up, you mate. No, I don't want. Okay. Okay, yeah. Okay. Apparently, if you pursue, wait, I can't pursue him because he's the one talking. Oh, okay, never mind. One moment. Greg, will you shut the fuck up? Let Gregson talk. Oh, there we go. Okay.
Excuse me.
Apparently, if you pursue Albert during this, at a point where he didn't actually, you know, hide something, he does like a unique animation that you don't see anywhere else. So I wanted to see if that was true or not. Professor Hairbrain, are you hiding something from the court? Aha! It's 4! Oh. Ah! What was that? I was calculating the neutralization coefficient of electrical charge required for electrolysis of a human subject. I have to keep the result a secret at all costs, you see. That's why I ate the paper I did my working on. But now I've completely forgotten the number. Dear me, I am a scatterbrain sometimes. Well, moments before you ate the paper, you did yell to number 4. No! You know it? You know my secret coefficient? Oh dear, oh no, this is bad, oh my goodness. Perhaps you could just focus on the testimony? Okay, yeah, I guess that is a unique animation. Just fucking eating the paper. The boy, he really is a scatterbrain guy, isn't he? Anyway, let's present this photographic print and shove it in Gregson's stupid face.
Objection!
Wait, what? Was I not paying attention? Oh, wait, fuck. I think I presented it, but... Oh, yeah, we know. Shut up, Judge, you're being mean. I guess I presented... Wait, no. That was the right thing, I think. Wasn't it? The weapon the victim was stabbed with must have been left in his body whilst he was beaten through the air. Okay, now present it here, right?
Objection!
What the... Excuse me, Ma? Nani the fuck? The weapon the victim was stabbed with must have been left in his body while he was beaten through the air. And then I present the photograph, which shows there's no fucking knife. Or, not knife. The screwdriver. There's no screwdriver. What the... How's it not... Okay, maybe I need to examine this a bit. I don't fucking know. This is blood. Mr. Aspens, no doubt. This is the problem with looking at murder weapons. Is that all I had to say about Reinosuke? I've seen this unusually shaped handle before. It's the same screwdriver that was lodged in the grill on the floor of the kinesis machine. Which could be important information, so I should definitely make a note of it. The details of the screwdriver have been updated in the court record. Okay, I guess. I guess this isn't it. This is the one.
Objection!
Again, how's that? How did not presenting the fucking... Okay, again. I presented the photo with no screwdriver in his body, right? At the statement where he said, oh, the screwdriver must be left in his body. Like, how does that not work? Come on, man. Also, are they saying that they removed it at some point before taking the photo? Like, come on, you can't tamper with a crime scene. Don't be stupid. Don't be a fucking fool. But no, apparently I had to print the screwdriver itself because... I guess, you know... I mean, I guess that works too because we found it in the kinesis machine, not in his body, but this clearly would have worked as well. Like, come on. Anyway, you say that while the weapon remains in the body, there's very little bleeding. Is that unequivocal? Look, there was no blood on the experimentation stage, even though that's where the fellow was stabbed. The only explanation for that is that the screwdriver was still in his body, stopping any heavy bleeding. Again, she doesn't have the fucking screwdriver in the fucking body. Come on. It's common medical knowledge, my learned friend, even on your side of the world. Oh, clearly it wasn't common to fucking Cesaro back in the last case. Or the case before last, rather. Well, yes, but about this, about this screwdriver. The thing is, we saw it, we actually saw it, it seems, ourselves, on the experimentation stage. What? It was on the floor by the wreckage of the machine, poking into a metal grill. I went to pick it up, but the detective here stopped me. Isn't that right, Inspector Gregson? Ah, well, now you come to mention it, yes. Inspector, we do understand that you permitted the defense counsel to investigate. That you contravened the Special Dispensation for Scientific Equipment Act. Eh? No, not at all. I wouldn't do that. I just let him look, nothing more. I was very clear he wasn't to touch a thing. Yes, that's true. The screwdriver was in plain sight on the stage. But it shouldn't have been, should it? What are you getting at? If this tool had still been in the victim's body when the victim was beamed away by the machine, then it shouldn't have still been on the stage. Even though, again, it wasn't in the fucking body on the photo, in the photograph of him after he was beamed, supposedly. There was no screwdriver in his body. Come on. Ah. That's right. It should have been beamed across to the Crystal Tower, along with Mr. Assman, and been found still lodged in the victim's chest. Order. How do you explain this, Inspector? I don't. It looks as though everything the victim had on his person moved with him when he was beamed. If the screwdriver was still in his chest when the instantaneous kinesis occurred, obviously, that should have been beamed to the destination as well. This is a strange situation. Even though people are saying that this instantaneous kinesis is a scientific impossibility, we're still basing arguments on the assumption that it did actually take place. Well, alright. Time to tighten the screws here, with my screwdriver, metaphorically. My lord, if the prosecution is unable to explain this inconsistency in its argument, we can only conclude that testimony given in support cannot be relied upon. Lord Van Sykes is stumped! Holy Jesus fucking Christ! Calm the fuck down, Mr. Hairbrain. My good man. You don't need to be fucking screaming like that in front of God and everyone. Yes, I knew it! It bears out! The equations hold! Mr. Naruhodo, don't worry! About what? Without delving into the details, there is no inconsistency. What? Even if Andrew had been lodged in Mr. Assman's chest, my trusty tool wouldn't have moved. Andrew remaining on the stage is consistent with my calculations. What? Oh, what? Okay, I'm gonna say, you're not exactly doing yourself any favors, Professor. It would seem your illusions have been shattered. Clearly, we should hear the accuser's explanation. Or should I say, this brilliant scientist's explanation? Just when I'd found an inconsistency in the prosecution's argument. Scientists. Very well, the defendant will testify again. Provide us with a scientific explanation as to why the inconsistency asserted by the defense fails to hold. In the name of Apollo, I will, my lord. Oh, Apollo? didn't know he'd been born yet. The inconsistency explained. To be clear, I'm still at the stage of gathering data in my research. My hypothesis states that kinesis cannot transport metal, though. Hence, the metal weapon would have stayed put. In other words, the point just raised by Mr. Naruhodo isn't an inconsistency at all. Mr. Assman was a patron of my research. Without him, my work wouldn't have been possible. Now I have a duty to protect the incredible machine that we built together. Well, gotta say, good job, incriminating yourself, Professor Hairbrain. So, the point of your testimony, Professor, is that based upon his hypothesis, metal objects cannot be moved by this method of instantaneous kinesis. In other words, since a screwdriver is made of metal, even if it remained lodged in the victim's chest, its subsequent discovery on the stage, despite the victim being found elsewhere, is not an inconsistency. And therefore, Professor Albert Hairbrain could still have been the killer. My great hypothesis holds, you see. We had to make the cage used to contain the subject from wood for that very reason. I was not addressing you, witness. Professor Hairbrain, yes? Whose side are you on here? I don't take sides, Mr. Naruhodo. No. My only interest lies in upholding my hypothesis. I'm a scientist, after all. Oh, of course you are. Though, you might be stretching the definition of science just a little bit. Is he working for us or against us? It's very hard to tell. Well, clearly he has his own motivations. Let's see how you cross-examine this testimony, my Nipponese friend. Yes, fire away, Mr. Naruhodo. Well, that was... Again, thanks for the fucking, self-own, Mr. Hairbrain. Hope you like, spending the rest of your life in fucking prison, you asshole. But anyway, we got through one testimony today, so I think that's good progress, I would say. We can press and try to figure out the truth, late in the next episode, in fact. But until then, I'll see you around.